see the bottom two cables, little burrs on them there? It's going to make the bucket stop right about there and then swivel, stretch out, dump its load. Then come coasting back down empty to bang into these logs here to be reset for the next load. Just about something like that, but all here bought up 35,000 acres, largely by hand, a giant trench, 10 feet wide by 10 feet deep, largely by hand. Extension cord about this big, 10 miles through the woods out here, and literally plug that dredge in so she can begin working. On board these days. As we pull up alongside and park next to this dredge, in a moment here I'm going to turn it over to this gal. Her name is Yukon Yonda. She's got decades of mining experience in the interior of Alaska. She's going to describe to us how all this machinery worked, and then we'll give you a panning demonstration. Yukon, good morning. I've got a great beaver to sell you a bag of dirt. Now this is a reminder, you're on the B train, the Beaver Creek train. Make sure you have all your things with you. Let the train pull up here to a complete stop before those of you on the right side only. FE stands for Fairbanks Exploration, and this is the machinery they would use to help them determine where the gold was located. Right after this other engine is going to come into view. Looks kind of like an old prairie wagon, I suppose, but with big metal wheels designed to cut through that mucky permafrost. A double deck.
Ready for a boat ride? Well, this better be good. This better be good because we're missing our nap. The Birchinger family are related to the Binkleys by marriage, and they've been selling outboard motors and jet skis and jet boats, all our toys. We love our toys up here. With our backyard, you gotta have some toys. And so we're in good hands there. So don't miss this emotional farewell now on the right. I'm just in tears. I told the folks in mind, we have outstanding young people in this part of the world because our average age is 27 and a half, so if they don't make the TV, he can land on a sandbar, a ridge top. Is going to keep him on the video, and we'll watch him as he comes around and does a dramatic landing. But while he's in the air, and because the river is narrow, he will look out the side window as he's coming down to make sure that there aren't any boaters or anybody else underneath. This being a weekend, you measure twice and cut once, like the old carpenter said. So we'll pick him back up on the video here in just a second. As he's coming around behind us now, coming over the tree, it's astern of us. And now it looks like he's going to go for the grass, but he yings and yangs one more time. And the secret of this is the same secret as why Olympic divers get the most points. They make the smallest hole and the smallest flag. Now watch his control. Look at the daylight under the floats as he eases it down, one float and then the other. And a very nice shot. So Simon's going to make the radio, and he says it will empty the car. on these aircraft all the time when I'm not flying them. One of my favorite stories is how you came by two Boreal here. Could you share that with us? The dog, you straight down, you get the gold bump.
Maybe get wet a little, jump over a large log, go through some brambles and branches, and each obstacle that they conquer by themselves with maybe a little help from their litter mates, maybe a little help from the older dogs, they're going to become more confident, and they're going to become the kind of dog that we want to see in our team one day. It's also important to have those older dogs with us because when we call them back, they're going to come running like they've been doing for years, and the little pups are going to see that, and they're actually going to start to associate our voice and our commands with coming home. More about these wonderful dogs, and I'll be in a little cabin close to the landing with a beautiful bronze statue of our great lead dog Granite out there. So please come chat with me. We'll also bring some dogs you can get up close to and pet, and they will be with Laura Alloway, who has had lots of experience out there on the Iditarod Trail.
Well, now, are they going to be 120 miles south of the Arctic Circle? You are smack in the middle of a subarctic desert like Empire, where we are lucky if we get 11.5 inches of water every year.
And head back upriver. I'll show you how we cut this, turn it into food for our dogs, and I'll share some fish camp life with you.
All right. Hey, thank you. And my favorite part of that is she's going to show you that every part of that salmon has a use. Right down to the eyeballs. That's a gift from nature. You don't waste that. You don't throw half of it away. And this was true with the big animals. You had to adapt. And the animals themselves have adapted. So I want you to be a reindeer. Their wild cousins are the caribou. But the way they are equipped to handle those extremes that I described is really remarkable. Now let's take a 55 below day. What do us hairless humans do? We go to the closet and pull out a parka full of goose feathers.
Myślicie? Parce que filmer ça quoi.
T'avais filmé un déchet?
Non, pas de veste.
Life jackets on. You see, you can party out here until the sun goes down, which sort of means on the 3rd of June. We'll keep doing that until the 21st of December. Winter's coming. Not burn away, and then we gain the daylight back. Shortest day of the year, December 21. Sun comes up in the south behind the boat. 10:30 a.m. Goes right back down at 2:30 p.m. Oh, it's a good day to work dawn to dusk. Put that in your notes. I want you to meet a very special lady who got here in 1944, the year I was born. She came here to go to college, but she didn't graduate right away. Eventually she did, because she married a good-looking riverboat captain and started this trip in marketing director, everything that happened in the office. You folks who run your own business, or you farm for a living, or you grew up on a farm, you know about doing chores at 5 or 6 years old. You don't have anybody else to do it for you, so you do it yourself. Well, what have we learned about how the rivers work? When is the water high now? It's right now, isn't it? Because the glaciers are running, the Tananaw's up, backing up, more water runs out the Juneau. So we don't have to take these boats out of the water. On the Yukon and the Tananaw, we would. But this little river melts out like a lake, and so we can leave them in. The only reason we put them on the dry dock is you see, 20 hours
Avem Sandhill cranes. Ia, uite ce frumos. Ia, uite ce bucățele are ea. Da, suntem în pădurea de mestece, ne-am să arătăm imediat. Bă, paci, nici așa. Așa, acum vedem pădurea de mestece. Acestea sunt mestecenii de hârtie ale iuba. Da, da. După cum se poate observa. Da, da. Acum vine. Vezi? Aici este o suiță pe hârtie, după cum se vede. Cred că sunt pe aici. Băi, ce popuși, răsușcă, răsușcă. Da, da, e cu pui. I-a băgat acolo la colț. Da, se desfășoară. Haide că acum ce ture fac. Uite la crima ei, unde a făcut eu caca crim. Și aici se vede câmpul cu... Avem câmpie cu flori. Toate culorile.